Robots are taking over in this hour of Call for Help.
I hope these people can help me with my computer.
Oh.
A technician will be with you in 4 hours.
4 hours?
You can upgrade for just $5,000.
What?
The Universal Serial Config board should be set to ID 6.
I need that in plain English.
Call for help. This is Chris Pirillo. What can I do for you?
It's the Nordic track from hell. Hey, welcome to Call for Help. I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is the most helpful hour on television. If you don't believe me, stick around. We're going to prove it to you. Today, we're going to take a look at an international robotics competition that not only helps high schoolers learn about math, science, and engineering, it also gives them an opportunity to create super cool robots like this giant thing. And if the competition doesn't pan out for them, they could always use their mad skills to try to take over the world. Plus, how much punishment can flash media take? You know, like compact flash or smart media. Can it survive being frozen and then tossed into a toaster oven like a Hot Pocket? Roger spent all weekend torturing different kinds of media because he has nothing better to do with his time. And he's going to tell us which cards survived, as the case would be, and which ones didn't. Look at this thing. Burnt to a crisp. He will be missed. Well, this card, not Roger. He's kind of back in the lab. Before we begin, let's turn to Kat, have her open up the lines of communication so we can start taking some live calls. Kat?
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Not much, just hanging around. Look at this. It's all sticky.
Oh, goodness.
Great.
Careful with that.
It's fine.
All right, time to get down to business. If you would like to ask your question on this very show, give us a call here. The number is 888-989-7879. Or you can email your questions to callforhelp@techtv.com. If you're overseas, that's a great way to get in touch with us. And if you have a netcam connected to your computer, head into the netcam Cineplex chat room at techtv.com/callforhelp, and we're going to get you on the show. And at the end of the show, we're going to be checking out the message boards and reading your emails, so start contacting us.
Yeah, because we just can't answer questions. What?
You have something on your face.
Oh, it's a blemish. I really wish you wouldn't point it out, Kat. I'm taking medicine for that stuff. We got our first caller lined up?
Yeah, we do. On the phone right now, it's Bob from Romeo, Michigan.
Hello, Bob.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What can we help you with today?
Well, I do some genealogy work, and when I'm using Internet Explorer, they have that autocomplete feature, and it kind of gets in my way, and I want to know how I can control it.
Oh, sure. You're talking about the feature in Internet Explorer, the browser, when you enter in something into a form or a field, like at google.com, and then you go back to it later, and it's still there. It's been cached. It's been stored.
Yes.
That annoys you. You want to turn it off completely, Bob?
Yes.
All right, got you taken care of, not a problem. Again, it's a nice, convenient feature for some people if they go to, as I said, websites that have forms like google.com. And the autocomplete feature is what I have here. When I click on that empty field, I'll get a selection of all the stuff that we've searched for in the past, including Andre the Giant, Ada32, AI RoboForm. You can get rid of these things selectively, and I'll show you how to get rid of them en masse and to turn off the feature in just a second. But let's say you didn't want to have people know that you were trying to install ABC Keylogger, or at least you were searching for it. You would just highlight that selection with your mouse and just press the delete button. The delete button on your keyboard will selectively delete entries that are listed here, including Brotherly Love, Roger Chang, which will probably produce how many results do you think? Let's see how much Brotherly Love. Oh, Brett Larson popped up. He's everywhere. Brett Larson's everywhere. In fact, he's on the show today, too. So to turn off the autocomplete feature, you are going to go up to the Tools menu in Internet Explorer, go down to Internet Options. That's, of course, going to pop open probably a familiar dialog. And then in here, you're going to have a handful of tabs, including a Content tab. You're going to have a button towards, I guess, kind of the bottom of that dialog. It says Autocomplete. Again, on the Content tab in Internet Options. Press that button, and then what you can do here is you could clear all the forms, you could clear any saved passwords that have been done, and if you want to turn it off altogether, just take the check marks out of each particular selection, the autocomplete for web addresses, for forms, and for usernames and passwords on forms. And once you've done that, you can press OK, you press OK again, and then everything should be cleared. As a matter of fact, let's clear that. Let's go and clear the forms just to make sure everything is cleared. Okay, 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 enough okays. Now, here in this field, in this form, let's see if we hit refresh, it should be deleted. May have to restart the, yep, it's gone. I didn't even have to restart the browser. I just tapped F5 to refresh the page, and they're gone. I turned them off altogether. I will not be annoyed by them any longer, and neither will you, Bob.
Thank you.
Not a problem. It's really simple to do, and it's something that, you know, again, if just one entry annoys you, we're talking about in forms down here. We're not talking about it being in the address bar, but down here in just a regular field or a form. Again, you can selectively delete them by highlighting and then pressing the delete key, but as I showed you, you can turn them off altogether too. We got everybody taken care of here.
Thank you.
Thank you, especially for the netcam call. We always love seeing who's watching us. You know, it makes it seem more interactive, you know, when you see the people that are seeing us, which is kind of freaky if you think about it, but we try not to think about it too often. Again, we'll have the instructions for you in our newsletter. You can get through our website for free, techtv.com/call-for-help. Coming up next, we push technology to the breaking point, literally. We can find out how much torture a flash media card can stand when Call for Help returns.
Refinancing your mortgage is fast and easy with Ditech.com.
At Ditech, we refinanced our home at a lower interest rate, and we also took out an equity line of credit to have available for future use, and we were very, very happy.
If you're thinking about refinancing your mortgage, call or log on to Ditech.com for today's low fixed rate.
I would highly recommend Ditech to others because the process was so quick and easy, and the people were great.
Ditech.com. Call 1-800-71-FIXED.
This is an IT industry alert. Getting certified as an IT professional will give you job security and greatly increase your salary. And with Smart Certify's fast and easy IT certification courses, now it can happen for you. Choose from Microsoft MCSE, Cisco certification, A+ Technician, Certified Internet Webmaster, and a variety of other hot IT courses, including introductory computer courses. Smart Certify's self-paced courses give you content developed with industry leaders, 24-hour online mentoring, practice exams, and hands-on skill-building simulations, all with a money-back certification guarantee. Call Smart Certified Direct today, toll-free at 1-877-TRAINING and get IT certified guaranteed. Or try a course free at www.smartcertifieddirect.com. Call today.
Mondays on Tech TV. Radicals.
Yes, we have a soul, but it's made of lots of tiny robots.
Futurists.
We forecast the VCR before anybody had seen a VCR.
Innovators.
This is Dolly.
Meet the most fascinating minds of our time on Big Thinkers. Tonight at 9:30, only on Tech TV. With a 38,000 horsepower V600 engine and a top speed of 5,000 miles per hour, AC Power and Associates calls Thunderbird 2 a bat out of hell. Thunderbird 2 packs the thrill of a sports car and the attitude of a tank in a sport utility that rules the road. Thunderbird 2. Ordered now with 0% financing and no money down. Available exclusively on the Thunderbirds. Weekdays at 5, only on Tech TV.
Smart media, multimedia cards. Are they really all that durable? Yeah, they're portable, but will they withstand the elements? Well, to find out, Roger sacrificed his weekend and ran them through the ringer, almost literally. You didn't use a ringer, though, did you?
No, I used a variety of mechanisms. But what I tested first, I tested 3 of the most common flash media that most people buy. We have our multimedia, or secure digital, if you have one of those.
Also known as MMC.
Has the same form factor. We have smart media. And then finally, we have compact flash.
Yes.
And basically, I took all these 3 and I put them in situations where most people would usually encounter, and then I took it to the extreme. For example, people might, leave something in their car on the cold winter's night, and temperatures might drop.
Sure.
So I figured, I can simulate that. I'll toss it in my freezer and let it sit for a day and a half. And I did, and I stuck it next to the ice cream because that's the area where it gets the hardest.
Okay.
Pulled it out the next day during lunch, actually right after lunch, stuck it in, and they all worked beautifully.
Really? So these media passed the freezer test?
Yes. There was a little condensation when I took them out, but other than that, they all work fine.
All right. So that's the cold.
That's a cold. Then I did the moisture test. And what I did was I basically took all three and I stuffed in my pocket because I did laundry this weekend, and I washed it with my clothes. So I did the cold cycle with cold rinse and the full spin, and I pulled them out and they worked.
Really?
Just kind of dry them off and work. In fact, let me try to simulate that right here.
Okay.
Let's take this smart media, and I'll take this, and I'm just going to dip it around.
So even with detergent, it was fine.
Yeah,
but
this doesn't
just regular water.
Yeah, this doesn't have the power of the air you breathe, but it is getting pretty wet. So let me just take that and thank you.
Not a problem. That's what flannels are for.
So let's see if we can get this to work. Sticking to the old.
I try to save your shirt from getting.
Handy dandy media card
reader. This is just a regular USB reader here.
And there it pops up and has all the files I have in it. And if I played a song on it, it's still working.
Sounds a little watery though. Kind of watered down, like it wasn't encoded right.
No,
is that just the burn?
Oh no, it's because it's Windows Media.
Ah, that would be why.
But as you can see, it works perfectly fine.
With water. Okay.
Next thing I did was actually I stuck all these in my toaster oven. Actually, I stuck the first hit in the toaster oven.
What's that supposed to simulate?
Well, where I come from in Modesto during the summer months, it gets really hot, and it gets very hot in your car, especially when you roll the windows up and you let it bake under the sun all day, where it reaches up to 130 and your CDs burn. So what I did, I stuck them in, and I set it to the toaster oven to the black setting. As you notice, all toasters have a toast setting from light, brown, and black.
All right.
Left it black. This is actually what I came up with. Two of the media burnt to a crisp. In fact, this one will no longer fit inside the slot. I tried to get this to work. It the device saw it, but it would not read the information off it.
And in fact, the skin, or I guess the label,
it came off. It's like a shrinky dink. It just kind of shrunk.
What about the compact flash?
I was amazed it worked.
Oh, I love compact flash.
The only thing that came off was the little adhesive, the labels with the adhesive on it, and as you can feel, it's a little sticky, but it worked. I slid it back in and it worked. In fact, since we have this nice fire going, I want you to put in there for, say, 1...
Make some s'mores.
2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 seconds is good enough? 6.
Yeah, I think so.
Nothing like the toxic smell of plastic being burnt.
Okay, don't want to touch that with your hands yet, I'd imagine. Dude.
Yes. Oh, you wuss.
I didn't know if it was going to diffuse heat.
No, okay. Now, let's see if this works or not. Got it upside down. Is it going to read?
So it's in. Oh, wow.
Let's open it. Ta-da!
No doubt.
And I got No Doubt MP3 on here. And guess what? It plays.
You don't have to forget. Just remember this song.
That's amazing.
It's
Seriously, I mean, you want to know how well your stuff is going to stack up.
I actually thought they would all fail, and especially in the heat.
The heat, yeah.
But I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. This is one of the things that kind of like, now is kind of the time to buy all these nice digital gadgets. And all these gadgets have different form factors for media, and I'm thinking, well, I'm going to go with the one that I'm probably going to break or lose, or I'm going to go with the one that survived the spin cycle and the deep freeze, and a lot of heat.
I'm telling you.
In this case, fire.
I've always been a compact flash fan, and this just only strengthens my case. I think it's very durable.
It was
very durable.
It's a little warm.
Why don't we run it over with something?
Well,
a robot.
I was actually going to run it over with my sister's truck, but I ran out of time.
Oh, wow. Dude. And you can even feel it's kind of warped, but it still works.
Yes, it's amazing.
God, you gotta love that. Let's run it over with something. Like,
right.
Go. You want to use my car? We'll do it, and then show, see if it works.
Right, we'll do.
All right, you guys can stick around for that. Yeah, definitely. So, if you want to review what we've covered and burnt today, just head over to our website, techtv.com/fire-retardant. Coming up next, managing your schedule on the go. Brett's going to buy the world a Coke, sing some harmony, and then teach his palm a few new Mac tricks. And still ahead, giant robots are invading. Call for help. The only thing I have to get me through is my wits and good looks. At least I have my wits. I'm in trouble. But before we head to break, grab a pen and paper, because here's Kat with a quick tip.
If you can't quite hear your MP3s, pump up the volume. Just click on the speaker icon at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and a volume control window will pop up. Now, just adjust the volume to your preference and rock out.
Fred, the sooner you order that server, the sooner I can change my mind about it.
Can't talk now, Fred. Got a network to crash. Don't kill yourself, Fred. We don't need those upgrades till tomorrow.
Hey, Fred, the computer says system failure. Is that bad?
Dealing with technology is hard. That's why CDW makes buying it as simple as possible, with a personal account manager who understands what you need and gets back to you quickly.
Fred, someday we'll look back on this server thing and laugh.
CDW, the right technology, right away.
We need to go somewhere besides the family room. Maybe, Albuquerque? Mom said she needs her fire rekindled, whatever that means.
Travelocity's biggest cruise sale ever is going on now.
I know what that means. It means get off your big bottom and take us on a trip. Travelocity. Call or see site for details.
Doctors recommend elevating your heart rate at least 30 minutes a day. Here's to your health. The BMW 3 Series. The ultimate driving machine.
Want to lose weight and get lean? Want to shed inches and get chiseled abs? Want to get into the best shape of your life and do it in as little as 20 minutes a day and only 3 days a week? Well, now you can on the Crossbow by Weider. The Crossbow delivers over 65 club-quality exercises and space-saver design, all for less than half the cost of other home gyms. Free weights, weight machines, Bowflex, they can't match the Crossbow by Weider. Call now or go online to thecrossbow.com and find out how to get your own crossbow for $0 down and as little as $35 a month. When you call, you'll be on your way to building the body you've always wanted in as little as 20 minutes a day, 3 days a week. A total body workout and great value too. All this in the comfort of your own home. The Crossbow comes complete with this workout video and wall chart. It's everything you need to begin a safe, balanced, productive fitness program. Call now.
Here with today's Mac tip of the day. Hey, listen, today we're trying to help you out here with staying organized. Now, if you're like me, you've got, a social calendar and it's empty, and you've got your work calendar, which tends to fill up quick, and that's really about it. And then I try and go to the gym sometimes. That's a lot of fun. So really, for me, not a lot to keep track of. But now for you may have a lot to keep track of. And if you've got a Palm and you're using iCal, well, we've got a solution for you. In fact, we got an email from one of our viewers who asks the following. He says, I was wondering if I can sync iCal with my address book with my Palm M505. That's Nick from O'Fallon, MO, which I think is Missouri. I don't remember my state codes. Didn't do too well in that class. Listen, actually, yes, you can do that. And there's a couple of extra steps you have to go through. It's not like using Palm Desktop. It's a little different. The first thing you're going to want to do is head on over to the website and find the download information, because you need to download iSync if you haven't already. And you also need to download the Palm Conduit for iSync, which is down here. You can see download iSync 1.0 Palm Conduit. Now, once you've downloaded that, it's going to go ahead and install it for you. If you got the little package here, you go ahead and install it. And here's where it gets a little bit confusing, Nick, and I can understand why you had a problem. Because if you go into iSync and you tell iSync to look for a device, it's not going to find your Palm. What you have to do is go into the Conduit Manager and tell it that you want to use your Palm with iSync. So go on in here to the iSync Conduit. If I double click on that, it's going to drop down a little sheet there, and I can say enable iSync for this Palm device. When I click on that, you'll notice in the background the iSync application should pop up. There it goes. It should pop up a little thing for my Palm. Now you can see it's got call for help in there as my username. Now for the first sync, this is sort of the big question here. People always ask me that. For the first sync, what do? Do I merge my data or do I erase my data? My suggestion, erase your data on the handheld and put the stuff from the computer on there. And only do that if everything on your computer is what's on your handheld. A lot of times, if you try and sync the handheld with the computer for the first time, everything gets duplicated if you didn't do it right. So get whatever you want that's not on your computer off your handheld and then sync. So now we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to say erase data on device then sync all my contacts, and sync all of my calendars. As you can see, look, I've got home, work, gym, lunch dates, and Brett on TV. Those are my calendars. Now I'm going to go over here to my little my Palm Zyre. I'm going to click on sync, click sync, and here we go. And hopefully all this will work. It's going to go prepare to synchronize, and then all of your data will be in your Palm. It's just that simple. So listen, head on over to the website, techtv.com/call-for-help if you want the full rundown on how you can make iCal work with your Palm and your address book and so many great things. That's techtv.com/call-for-help. And of course, you can always drop me an email. It's brett@techtv.com. Chris?
Thank you, Mo. It was Missouri, by the way, Brett.
That's what I thought.
Missouri, yeah. Hey, Mo! Woo, 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 woo. Let's jump right into a live call. Kat! Do we have anybody on the line?
Chris, right now on the line, we have Kevin from Lafayette, Louisiana.
Kevin!
Man.
Hello!
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What, are you trying to do,
Okay.
a Verizon commercial now?
Yeah.
What can we help you with today, Kevin?
I use Outlook 2002 and have autocomplete enabled. And I was wondering, like, when someone's address changes or whatnot, how do you delete those addresses from that autocomplete deal?
Okay, you're talking about a feature that's built into at least Outlook 2002. It's a similar feature that has been in Outlook Express for quite some time. In fact, I believe we've got an address book in Outlook Express that'll work. And I know you're saying Outlook 2002, it's a different program, but I'm going to try to show people the feature real quick. If we have someone that's in our address book, we'd be able to type away. In fact, if there's anybody in this one, we've got dark ones. So if I hit a D, it would automatically go and finish the address for me. Now, to clear that information, and again, on the screen right now, this is Outlook Express. I'm just showing people what we're talking about within Outlook 2002.
Okay.
In Outlook 2002, that information is stored in a file that's a NIC file, the nicknames file. And I went to the Microsoft knowledge base, can be found at support.microsoft.com. Did a search for autocomplete in Outlook 2002 and found how to clear it. And what you have to do is search for a certain file that's sitting on your hard drive, an NK2 file. I guess that'd be short for nicknames 2. NK2, because the first one, in Outlook 2000, it actually uses a NIC file, N-I-C-K. So in the new version, it's actually stored, all that information is stored in NK2, which I believe, he was also the character in the Epic of Gilgamesh, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Enkidu? I guess not. Anyway, sorry for that Western Civ. If anyone got that joke, I'd be impressed. So I know I use obscure humor all the time. So what you want to do, follow these directions, and I'll be sure to put the link for this particular web page in our newsletter for you. But you're going to basically search your system for the NK2 file, and it says what you want to do is you could rename it. Of course, instead of just renaming it, you could probably delete it altogether. And what will happen is it'll automatically regenerate that and start a new autocomplete feature. This happened to me. I use Outlook 2000, a little different from Outlook 2002, an earlier version, and I was having issues where it wasn't I was typing in a name and it was completing an address that wasn't in my address book anymore. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and all the information, that autocomplete information, even for Outlook 2000, was stored in the nicknames file. So get rid of that NIC file, NK2 for Outlook 2002, and you should be fine. It should clear all the information. You'll be safe.
Okay.
All right? And that. By the way, you're not clearing information out of your address book. Again,
Right.
You're just clearing those autocomplete features in Outlook 2002. So don't worry about deleting anything out of the address book. All that information is stored in a different file.
Okay.
All right?
Thanks, man.
Not a problem. Let me know if it works out for you, or if it doesn't. Like I said, we always try to help people all the way to the very end. We like hearing success stories, and I like especially hearing when we give advice that doesn't work for somebody. Not to say this wouldn't work, but hey, we want to be a complete show. We really want to help people. Again, I'll be sure to put the link for this particular web page in our newsletter, and I hope you're getting that loud and clear too through our website, techtv.com/call-for-help. Coming up, you don't need to throw wads of money on stage to see this baby in action. The web stripper will do it for free. Keep your pants on, guys. It's not that kind of program. Plus, if you kill more plants than the Colombian Army, stick around. Kat's found a couple of great online gardening resources, but before we start spreading the fertilizer, let's test your tech knowledge with our daily quiz. I think that's what G-Force is trying to tell us. Head to our website, click the quiz, and if you give us the right answer, we just might attack you with a Tech TV t-shirt. Tell me, what process do plants use to create food? I think I wet myself. Is it carbonation, osmosis, photosynthesis, or they order a pizza? No, I didn't.
Microsoft Insider Live, starting Saturday, March 8th on Tech TV. See an exclusive interview from London with DJ Andy Hunter, who's going to show us how he uses Microsoft Windows Media Player 9 in his work. See a professional editor run through the paces of the new Microsoft Movie Maker 2. Microsoft Plus Digital Media Edition, making your sound, music, pictures, and video come alive. To some, the future seems a little out of focus, but Microsoft Insider Live makes it crystal clear. On Tech TV starting March 8th. Don't miss it.
Sumi Das knows digital cameras and camcorders. She knows laptops, printers, and cell phones, DVDs, MP3s, and PDAs. And every week, Sumi shows you what she knows on Fresh Gear, the show that puts the coolest new products to the test, so you don't have to. So is that hot product worth your cold, hard cash? Sumi knows. Fresh Gear, Wednesdays at 9:30, only on Tech TV.
This is the Bowflex Power Pro. Quite possibly the most effective home fitness machine ever made. Bowflex is so effective that we guarantee you'll get the results you want in 6 weeks or less. You can own a Bowflex with no money down and payments as low as $33 per month. Call and ask for a free video and brochure, or visit us on the web today. Redefine your body with Bowflex.
Hi, I'm Jim Guest, President of Consumer Reports, the one magazine totally dedicated to helping you find the best value whenever you shop.
Call now for a risk-free trial subscription that includes 12 monthly issues, plus the 2004 buying guide and the special April auto issue. As a free bonus, you'll receive the 2003 buying guide and the essential household reference, How to Clean Practically Anything, all for only $26.
Call 1-800-697-8811. That's 1-800-697-8811 for Consumer Reports.
Coming up, why is the chairman of the FCC requiring me to buy a new TV? We'll actually talk to the director of the Digital Television Task Force, Rick Chesson, and get some answers.
Yeah, plus turn your very own computer into a high-definition television on the cheap.
And if you've got to buy a new TV, we've got a shopping guide that'll tell you how. It's all tonight on our special TV edition of
The Screensaver.
Tell me about your least favorite website at techtv.com/call-for-help. Just click the link under my computer, leave a message in TalkBack at the bottom of the page, and then we're going to find out what you don't want to look at when you're on the web. Your least favorite website. I'm really interested. I want to know what you don't want to see, because that way, again, we can customize the information we present on the show and show you more of what you want to see and less of what you don't want to see. So again, hit the TalkBack section here at our website, techtv.com/call-for-help. Now it's time again for the most frugal 3 minutes on television, the free file, and today we're featuring something called the Web Stripper.
Web Stripper. Now, how many times when you were using a modem did you dial up just to look at the page? But you don't really want to go through the entire process of dialing up, typing in the site, and just having your web page there when you could, in fact, actually have that all kind of pre-stored on your hard drive.
Oh, so you're downloading web pages when you're online for offline viewing.
Exactly. Okay. So what Web Stripper lets you do is actually go up and type in a URL and actually take or strip all the information. In fact, I got it mid-strip, so it didn't put in the mid-strip, so it didn't finish downloading all the images. But what it does let you do is actually take an entire site. So I'm reading a news site, and I can still access all the links without having to be online. And let me see, I can do the story on whatever I'm reading and still have it. And if I wanted to, I could actually go back and refresh it at a later date once I'm back up on the net.
Could you sync it to automatically grab pictures too, or?
Yes, you can. You actually have literally a wealth of options. So let me just go to, let's try a news site. New site. Let's try Locker now.
Now, while you're doing that, I noticed that there's an ad there. Now, while you're doing that, I noticed that there's an ad there. Is this just adware? Is it spyware, or?
From what I've discovered, it's just adware. Some people have said spyware, but I have not found any evidence of that.
See, a lot of people confuse when they see a banner, they automatically think it's spyware, and that's not always the case.
So let's went back here. You click on range, and you can select, or if you want, you can actually do kind of a custom set and select how many links or pages deep you want, and if you want to pull other links or information off other sites, because oftentimes a lot of the graphics or other links that are on a particular website don't link back to that same.
And I imagine this is good. You brought up the fact that, you know, when we used to use modems, at least you and I, for people, they could you set it up to do it like at 3 in the morning when you're asleep, so when you wake up, you got everything cached.
Yeah, well, you know, what I always think is when I was doing that 14-hour flight to Australia, it's actually a perfect way to keep everything you want without actually because you can't connect when you're 30,000 up. Unless somebody discovered, well, you can, but for us mortals, we can't do that. And it's actually nice to, like, say at the airport, you can have a wireless WAN station, download everything right before you get on the flight, and, you know, have easy breezy viewing for 14 hours.
There you go. Thank you, Roger. Sure. Right now, I believe that Kat's got something growing on her corner of the net.
We're talking about gardening today. With spring right around the corner, it's time for our thumbs to turn green, head outside, and plan our gardens for this new season. But before you break out the rake and hoe, it's time to turn to the web to see what they can help us with over here on the internet. The first website that we're going to look at is a great place to buy your seeds online, to figure out which seeds are going to go in which areas, and we're going to do that using the Burpee's Garden Wizard. Burpee is a place where you can buy all of the seeds you could ever possibly grow. So this is their website here, and as you can see, you can order anything you want. But we're going to go over to here, the Garden Wizard, this little link on the left-hand side. And what it takes us to is this. It takes us through 3 steps. It figures out which plants and vegetables and fruits are going to grow in what areas. So first we pick what we want. We want flowers, because I want flowers. And then we can pick from the types of situations these flowers are going to grow in. So what type of sun they're going to get, how we're going to sow these seeds, the height of the plants that we want to grow, the difficulty in growing them. I always choose easy, whether we want cutting flowers, and whether they can be grown in a container. And then you go ahead and hit recommendations, and it's going to return a couple of results to you. So you can see that these are going to grow exactly how I want them. Here is information about my selections over on the right-hand side. It's really easy to do, and then to select one of the plants, you just go ahead and select it, and it's going to give you some more detailed information about it, as well as how much it's going to cost you to buy it, and you can go ahead and add it to your basket from this. Really easy. Now that you have your seeds, you're going to need tools to grow your garden, and you're going to head over to eBay.com. They actually have a whole gardening section. Pretty cool. As we can see, they have lawn and garden, everything you could possibly want, from birdhouses to how to grow vegetables. You can buy seeds here. You can buy wind chimes. You can buy outdoor power equipment. Chainsaws. Chainsaws are cool. They also give you related categories and then the popular searches, so you can see what other people are buying. So if you have any of these items, it might be a good time to sell your snowblower. I know I don't need a snowblower here. I don't have any snow. Then they've got some more ways to buy, and then of course it looks just like an eBay site where you can bid, and you can get some very good deals here. This doesn't look like a very good deal. Okay, and then now that you've got all of your supplies, you're going to need some instructions on how to actually grow these seeds, and that we're going to head to CanadianGardening.com. And this gives you articles on how to grow certain plants and vegetables and fruits as well. Some new tips, new ways that people are gardening, and then my favorite part of this website is the links tool. So this gives me a link, a bunch of links to anything from botanical terms to the encyclopedia, exactly how I am going to grow these plants that I don't know very much about. There's reference tools. Everything you need is here on the Canadian site. So I showed you how to buy your seeds. I showed you how to buy your equipment and where to go for information on how to actually get your garden growing. If you need more information, you can check out our website. The address is techtv.com/call-for-help. Send me emails, cat@techtv.com. What are you growing this year? All right, coming up next, find out how these high school kids and their teams turn a box of parts into competitive robots. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up next, extended play, only on Tech TV.
Tired of playing the mortgage rate game? You know, when you hear one of those ads that promise you the moon and you call up only to find out that the points are too high and there are hidden fees attached? Well, at ditech.com, there are no games, just low fixed rates with no middleman or broker fees. You can be pre-qualified online or over the telephone. There's no advance fees prior to closing and no cancellation fees. Do it now before the rates go up. ditech.com. Call 1-800-71-FIXED.
What is it?
Pixie dust.
Pixie dust.
Pixie dust? Magic self-healing server pixie dust. How's it work? Server goes down, sprinkle on the pixie dust, servers back up. Use it regularly and servers solve their own problems. Easy.
I like it. What's it cost?
It's cheap.
Cheap.
Soy-based.
Soy-based.
Biodegradable.
Looks like we got a winner.
Mr. Hogan is here to talk about software.
Yeah.
Beautiful day, isn't it? So, how much software would you like to buy?
We're thinking about a license for 20 servers.
Great! 500 it is.
We're not that big of a company.
Great! 500 it is.
Mr. Williams for 230 is here.
Great!
Thank you.
Does any software company actually listen? We do. Introducing Flex Select Licensing from Computer Associates.
Our customers like a website that works instantly, like Progressive.com, where you can get a quote on car insurance and buy a policy right online. Visit Progressive.com today.
Tonight on the Tech Hub. Pushing the boundaries of science in order to protect the borders of nations. Whether they're ground troops, frogmen, or pilots. The more they can tolerate, the tougher they are. Strategic advantage goes to the warrior with the best tech. Tech of military research. Tonight at 9, only on Tech TV.
Each spring, 800 teams of over 20,000 high school students converge to compete in a robotics competition. We're joined today by the regional director of the first robotics competition, Jason Morella. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you for having us.
And when we say first, that's not necessarily the first in the series. That's the name of the organization.
Name of the organization, yes. It's an acronym for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology.
How long ago was it started?
This is the 12th year of the competition.
Have you been involved since its inception?
I've been involved for 5 years. I got involved 5 years ago as a teacher for a local school in San Jose, and turned our school and the students on the team around, so I wanted to get more involved.
Is that your background then?
I actually have an English and social studies background.
No way!
Yeah, so I'm involved in a program where by the time the kids are out of it, they're all much smarter than I am.
Well, which is good. I'm an English teacher too.
There you go.
That's my degree. And now we're doing things that just wouldn't like necessarily directly correlate.
Exactly. Very cool stuff though.
Yeah, is it fun to do?
It's a ball. I mean, what these kids do is pretty amazing.
Now, how does the competition work then?
What it first does is it creates a program. Each year we change the game. We create a game that is fast-paced, that is incredibly challenging for the kids.
Now, what's happening here? Yeah.
This is from the 2002 competition last year, and the teams last year had to create robots that would either get the soccer balls into the goals or could hold the goals and transport them around the field to get points. The game changes drastically every year, so the intention at first is to take science and technology and engineering, fields that in the past maybe some kids were intimidated by or weren't really interested in, and really make it exciting, make it competitive, give them the best aspects of sports, teamwork, stress management, time management, and really prepare them for college and careers afterwards.
Fair enough. In fact, you've brought a few students with you today.
We've brought students from 2 incredible teams. We've got one student from one of the top veteran teams in the country, Caroline Connolly from the gun robotics team, and we've got her Sombrero from one of the new teams in the Bay Area. They're in their 3rd year, and they've been doing a great job the last 2 years, her Sombrero.
Wow. Okay, well, Thank you guys for doing this stuff. This is very cool. I didn't have this growing up in high school. We just barely had computers. I mean, we did have computers, but most of them were just typewriters, and you had to use whiteout, and it was horrible. So, how did you first get involved with FIRST? Caroline?
I actually first got involved in FIRST when I was a sophomore in high school. The team is pretty huge at our school. We have about 50 members, and just through word of mouth, they brought the robot out onto the quad, and it had its flashing light, and it did its thing out there. And just seeing that, I got really interested in wanting to get involved.
So you had a short attention span. You saw the bright light and was perfect. We're cut from the same cloth then. And what about you, Herson?
I heard the news from an instructor at my school, a vocational school, and since I had no idea what I was going to do next, I was a junior by the time, and I figured, you know, this is an opportunity I can get into robotics, you know, learn something new, and maybe open my fields of study.
And that sounds like that's what's happened. You've graduated from high school.
Yeah, I'm going to college and studying engineering.
Really? And was that something, studying engineering, was that something you were maybe thinking about doing before?
No, when I got here 6 years ago, I didn't realize I was going to be into robotics, not even college. No, I didn't know about college, so now I'm doing all this stuff.
Wait,
and
what do you mean you just got here?
Oh, 6 years ago from Guatemala. And, you know, I got into the vocational school, and I heard about this program. And, you know, I joined, and it was cool. I liked it, and now I'm back as a mentor at the school.
As a mentor. Now, does it feel different being a mentor instead of actually being involved directly with...
You feel the same excitement as the students because you're all doing the same thing, and you're helping them. It's just that you get more freedom to work with the students, you know.
All right. Very cool. Now, this is a robot called G-Force. Was it built this year?
No, it was built in 2001 for that year's game.
And what was the game?
The game was, there were 2 goals. They were much like the 2002 goals that you saw in the competition footage earlier, but a little bit smaller and a little bit taller. The game was to put rubber playground balls into those goals and then take those 2 goals and balance it on a teeter-totter in the center of the field. So our robot didn't deal with any of the balls. You worked in teams of 4 robots that were randomly selected, and so we relied on the other teams to put the balls in the goals. Then we could grab onto both 2 goals on the field and balance it onto the teeter-totter in a pretty good time, at about a minute. So those things combined had us be really successful that year.
How successful?
We were 5th in the nation out of 330 teams.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how was that judged then? I mean, how could you tell? I mean, since you were working with other robots from other organizations.
You're actually all 4 robots during one match would work towards one common score, and the scoring was done by how many balls you had in the goal, how many goals you had bounced on the ramp, if any, and then how quickly you could do that.
Wow. Okay, so can we see this thing in action? I think we already did it. It attacked me with a T-shirt earlier. But whoa, sure. Here we go. Now, these are its arms. This was made to...
The arms would stabilize our robot, where they would come down while we're going up the teeter-totter to try and stabilize the ramp while we were bouncing on it.
Wow. This thing's amazing. Well, now, what's in here? What are the guts?
Well, we have a bunch of circuit breakers, a bunch of different wires. We have a pneumatic system, so there's a compressor, actuators, some air tanks on there. We have the control system up here on top with the blinking lights. There's a radio, so it's radio controlled. It's controlled by joysticks by some students over there, and the rotating flashing light that everyone seems to love.
Wow. And look, I don't know if you can get it. Ralph Nader is back here. Can you see it? I don't know if you can get it back here, but just kidding. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. Good luck with future competitions. Caroline?
Thank you.
And it was...
Herson?
Yes. And thank you so much for doing the work that you're doing. This is absolutely great. And of course, if you want to find out how you can be involved with FIRST, you can start competing right away. Yeah, everybody who wants to know, just swing by this website, usfirst.org, and you'll find out a little bit more about the competition. And of course, we've got even more information about this program on our website, techtv.com/call-for-help. Up next, we're going to separate the Totally Geek from the Totally Weak with the little game we like to call the Wired World Challenge. So stick around. We'll be right back. Whew.
Coming up next, extended play, only on Tech TV.
Nothing performs like the BMW 3 Series. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Attention all smokers. Now you can kick the habit in just 7 days. That's right, you can quit smoking in only 7 days guaranteed. Introducing the all-natural Smoke Away system, the herbal stop smoking program that works to completely stamp out your nicotine cravings in just 1 week. Smoke Away is easy, safe, and 100% effective or your money back. Fed up with expensive patches, prescriptions, and gums that often don't work? For less than the price of all of them, you can stop smoking in 7 days guaranteed. Over 100,000 people have used the Smoke Away system.
I like the fact that Smoke Away is all natural, and it really works.
I was on the patch for 5 months with absolutely no results. I did Smoke Away for 3 days, and I've been smoke-free ever since.
Smoke Away has added years to my life. I know now I can enjoy my kids growing up and their kids growing up.
Thanks to Smoke Away, we've been smoke-free for 2 years and saved $2,000. Thank you, Smoke Away.
The secret is the unique combination of all-natural herbal ingredients that work to completely and naturally eliminate your body's craving for nicotine with no side effects like insomnia, tension, or weight gain. So now you can quit quickly and effortlessly without the agony of withdrawal.
It's safe. It's highly effective. I've had tremendous success with my patients using the Smoke Away program. In fact, I had a patient who had smoked for 25 years and quit in 2 days using the Smoke Away program.
Smoke Away is the only all-natural program that's guaranteed to help you quit smoking in only 7 days, no matter how long you've smoked, no matter how many times you've tried to quit before. It's true. If you started the Smoke Away program today, in 7 days, you could kick the habit 100% guaranteed or your money back. Don't be a slave to smoking anymore. Pick up the phone and order your Smoke Away system now.
To order Smoke Away, call 1-800-320-0538. That's 1-800-320-0538. So call 1-800-320-0538 and order today.
It stopped working, but I guess it's time for the Wired World Challenge, where it's your turn to show us what you know about science and technology. But, Kat, we're going to need that contestant, so who do we have today?
Chris on the line. It's Chris from Wyandotte, Michigan. Chris is studying information technology, and he enjoys surfing the web.
Ah, Chris. Chris?
Oh, hello.
Hey, there you are. Chris, welcome to the Wired World Challenge.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you know the rules are simple. You'll select a category, I'll ask you a question, and if you can give me the right answer in 15 seconds or less, you get a shot at the prize board full of prizes. Still got 25 numbers and 25 prizes sitting behind there. Now, today's categories for you, Chris, are Simply Star Wars, Dine and Dash, Chatty Cathy, or It's a Jungle Out There.
Let's try Dine and Dash.
Dine and Dash it is. You got 15 seconds. Good luck, Chris. What video game has Super, Junior, and Miss versions?
Pac-Man?
Yeah! You got it right, Chris. Pac-Man. Aren't you glad you spent all those quarters now?
Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff. They still have Pac-Man arcade machines in places? I haven't seen one in years. One of these days I'll own one. Yeah. All right, Chris, you got it right. That means you get a shot at the prize board. Which number do you want up there?
Let's try 7.
Number 7 sounds like a lucky number to me. Behind number 7 is a copy of Power Director 2.5 from Cyberlink. We begged and pleaded. We said, look, you know, 2.0 is great, but can you give us 2.5? And they did.
Excellent.
And it's yours, Chris.
Thanks.
Congratulations. And
All right, thanks a lot.
Not a problem. We love engaging people like this. In fact, I just remembered in high school, you know how they do voting for, like, you know, best or what most likely to whatever? I was not the most likely to succeed, go figure, but I was most likely to be a game show host. So I'm kind of, you know, like self-fulfilling prophecy right here.
Hey,
Seriously.
well, you're good at what you do.
Well, thank you. Hopefully I'm more than just a mouthpiece. I don't have my face going for me, that's for sure. Moving along, Wired World Challenge is happening every day, so you swing over to the website. If you think you're as lucky as Chris and you're smart as Chris, you think you got a shot at the big board, you got to get the question right and the answer, well, yeah, you get the question's already right. You got to get the answer right, and then you get a prize. That's how it works. Kat, you ready to help me answer another call for help?
Yes, I do. Yes, I am. Chris, don't sell yourself so short, buddy. On the phone right now, it's Jeanette from Grant Pass, Oregon, and she's got a question about CD-ROM drives.
Okay, Jeanette.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, Kat said she wanted me to stand short. Is that what you said?
Oh.
Jeanette, what can we help you with today?
Oh, okay. Our CD-ROM drive broke a game CD after my son had loaded it. And I was wondering why that might have happened and what we can do to keep it from happening again.
Okay. How old is that CD drive?
About a year, I think.
Okay. Does it have a maximum speed maybe on the front of it, or do you know? Like
56X.
Okay. That's probably why. The issues that some CD-ROMs have, they spin the disk so fast that they shatter. This can happen. And you're not the first person to go through this, just so you know. It's not just your particular drive. It's an issue. That's like, what is it, 56 revolutions per second? That's fast. That's insane. And sometimes disks can't handle that. So what we're going to need to do is to use a utility. We found a free one. We've talked about it before. I think it was actually a utility we've featured as a free file before. And once you have got the CD-ROM drive installed or the DVD-ROM drive installed, you can set the maximum speed for that thing. So we can set it to, 4-speed or 6-speed, 8-speed, whatever the levels happen to be. Anything less than whatever the maximum is. Because if you're doing things like games, if you're playing games, chances are it doesn't need to be spinning full throttle all the time. So what we want to do is then, again, like I said, just kind of take it down a notch, set it at half the speed and then go from there. Like I said, I don't know if we can find any pictures, but people have shattered CDs before just because they spin so fast they can't handle it. I mean, it's a physical property there. So using a tool like the CD-ROM tool, you can set the specific speed for that drive. In fact, you can even press the button that says detecting the speed. So we've detected the speeds, and we can go through and we can set it to automatically throttle down at certain times. When the disk is inserted, set the speed, set the spin down time. So you can set all of these particular options for the CD tool. And even if your CD-ROM isn't that fast, this is a great utility to have because, again, it gives you more control over what happens when you put CDs in the tray. But again, by putting it down, by setting it down to either as low as it can go, and the thing is, it depends on what you're doing with it, but for the most part, CDs, unless maybe you're burning them, they really don't need to go that fast. I mean, like I said, you get them to the point where they go too fast, the CD can't handle it anymore. It just cracks. It just can't take the pressure. It cracks under the pressure. So again, this is the tool, the CD-ROM tool. We'll have a link for you specifically in our newsletter, and you should be fine with it. And I think it's free, too, which is even better. It doesn't cost you a thing to slow down that drive, and I think you'd be just fine. Other people will be fine, too. If anybody's got any pictures of a shattered CD, I'd love to see them. I've never seen one in person, but I know it's happened before. So, again, like I said, we'll have the link for this particular free file for you in our newsletter. Thanks for the call. Good question. And you can just swing by the website to get that newsletter for free if you're not getting it already through there, techtv.com/call-for-help. Now, you've got one more chance to take our daily quiz, the very same website. Click on the quiz link, and if you give us the right answer, we just might give you a Tech TV t-shirt. Thank you. Oh, no robot? That's fine. Today's question, you're not a robot, dude. Don't even try dancing. What process do plants use to create food? Carbonation, osmosis, photosynthesis, or they order a pizza?
The new 315 horsepower all-wheel drive Infiniti FX45.
What's crucial to me?
What's crucial to me?
Making the most of my time.
Speed.
Getting more and paying less.
Doing things the right way.
What's crucial to me? Staying on top of everything.
Making my computer last another year.
Doing 7 things at once.
That's why I made sure I have enough memory.
And now my computer can keep up with me.
So that you can focus on what's important to you. Crucial makes it easy to select, purchase, and install memory upgrades. Memory, it's crucial.
We need to go somewhere besides the family room. Maybe, Albuquerque? Mom said she needs her firing candles, whatever that means.
Travelocity's biggest cruise sale ever is going on now.
I know what that means. means? It means get off your big bottom and take us on a trip. Travelocity. Call or see site for details.
I couldn't pay my bills.
It was ruining my life.
I couldn't answer my own phone because of the bill collectors.
Between student loans and my credit cards, I could barely make minimums.
I knew there had to be a way out.
If you have debt problems, then call Profina Debt Solutions, the nation's largest, most experienced credit counseling service. Profina doesn't make loans. Instead, we work with over 50,000 creditors nationwide to lower your monthly payments. If you gather your bills and call one of Profina's credit counselors, within about 20 minutes over the phone, we can help you avoid bankruptcy and get the collection calls to stop.
You don't have to own a home to qualify.
Profina's nonprofit and totally confidential.
I was on the verge of bankruptcy. Soon I'll be debt-free.
They saved me over $250 a month. I just make one payment to Profina, and they take care of the rest.
Thank you, Profina. I have my life back.
There is help. Call Profina Debt Solutions. It's not a loan, it's a way out of debt.
On the test track, in the lab, and on the set. See the cool stuff first. Watch Tech Live. Breakthrough science, the cutting edge, movie magic, and gadgets of tomorrow. See the technology changing your world every day. Tech Live. Tonight at 8, only on Tech TV.
Before the break, we asked you, what process do plants use to create food? Carbonation, osmosis, photosynthesis, or they order a pizza, and the answer is C, photosynthesis. Chlorophyll, photorespiration, something about triphosphate. I could throw a lot of big words at you, but the thing you need to know is that plants need the sun to make food. If you want to learn more about photosynthesis, ask your parents, and if your parents aren't around, just ask old Uncle Google. He knows a lot, and he won't make you sit on his lap. Here's something else that ought to bring some sunshine into your afternoon. It's today's bonus tip. When you copy and paste stuff from the web into Microsoft Word, you can also copy all of the formatting. I've selected some text, right-click on that text and select Copy to slap it to the clipboard, and of course, now it's there. I can paste it anywhere, including Microsoft Word. So instead of just doing a Control-V to paste it, what I can do is go in to Edit, Paste Special, because this is special text. I want to keep the formatting, the HTML formatting. I could also paste it unformatted, in rich text formatted, or unformatted Unicode text. So I'm going to keep HTML formatting. Yep, look at that. All of that formatting stays in plain sight. If I want just plain text, I can go Paste Special, unformatted text, and look at that. Plain Jane, plain text. Nice stuff, that Paste Special feature. Before we check our messages, just a little house cleaning, just a quick second. We ran over that compact flash, and it did not survive. We ran over it with, what was it, 2-ton van? Horrible, but this thing's crunched. It's never going to work again. That, and I did make a mistake. My brain was spinning too fast. That number on your CD tray is not the number of revolutions. It's actually the data transfer rate. They're two separate things, so I'm sorry about that. Now, let's take a look at some of the great stuff coming up on Call for Help tomorrow. Cassette tapes may be deader than disco, but a lot of people still have them lying around, so we're going to show you how to convert them to CD and 8-track. Plus, we've got the guy who designed the American Idol website coming in to show us some of the worst websites on the net, because we don't want you to make the same mistakes. And then we've got a free file that'll extract every single icon on your hard drive, so you can easily find the ones you want. Then we're going to visit the website of everybody's favorite computer know-it-all, Mr. Leo Laporte, to see why it's such a popular destination for Tech TV fanatics. All two of you. It's all coming up on tomorrow's show. So, now that we've done that, shall we answer some more messages, maybe from the message boards or emails, Kat?
Okay, I've got some emails here for you, Chris. First question is, what's the fastest high-speed modem?
Fastest high-speed modem?
So okay, I have a DSL modem, which is pretty fast, and my PC is new, but I keep hearing about a T3 modem.
Oh, okay.
You heard about this?
Thank you for clarifying that. You're just talking about different net connections. We talk about broadband, or the amount of data that can be transferred back and forth between your computer and let's say your ISP, your internet service provider. And there are certain levels of that. For most people, like you and I, we're usually fine with just a DSL, and that data transfer can range, and you pay accordingly. It could be anywhere like 256 KB MB or kilobits per second, all the way up to 1.5, and you pay for the levels of service. But if you've got a website, if you're actually running a website, you probably want to be connected to something that's a lot faster, like a T1 or a T3.
Okay.
Those they scale on up. They even go higher than that, like OC3s on up. And their it's terminology that you're not going to have to deal with in the home world. Stick with a cable modem or just a classic DSL, and it's just that's all you need to worry about. Don't worry about the T1 stuff.
All right.
That's
Thank you very much, Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Kat. I'd also like to thank our guests, Jason Morella, Caroline Conley, and Herson Barrera for bringing their robot today. And, of course, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. See you later.